Good morning, Laura. Laura Welch. You might notice three things instantaneously that are different. Think about them. Okay, time to guess. Number one, you may have noticed, that my hair is undone. Yep, this is au naturel matte. Get out of bed in the morning and leave the house. Part of the reason that I did it that way is because uh, I wanted to make sure that I was over to Marshall's earlier. Which brings us into our second thing, by the way, but hold on. So, yes, I had to get up and I had to, get all the stuff that I'd already packed into my car. And so it took a little longer than I anticipated, as it always does. And so I wanted to make sure that I got here safely. Safely. Well, yeah, safely, but also on time, more specifically. Um, so I didn't do my hair. So that's thing one. Thing two is obviously that I am neither at the office nor am I at my parents' home, nor am I at Emmy's home. Nope, this is Marshall's home. And honestly, my first thought was like to give you a tour, but then I thought that is invasive, since this is her place, kind of thing. And since I have to post this on YouTube, um, I thought that was a bad idea. Anyway. And then number three is that I have this big, scary face over my shoulder. I'm sure if you know the movie well, Silence of the Lambs, then you might have recognized it. But that is a scary. It's actually a woman. It's actually Jodie Foster. I think. Pretty sure that's who was on the poster. Anyway, and the reason that that is there is not only is this a film and television producer's house, but Jonathan Demme, who directed that, um, was kind of like her mentor. So anyway, so yeah, it's like 9. It's like 9 on the dot. I've been here for about an hour and a half. No sign or word from the DirecTV guy, which is fine. So I've just been hanging out. I've been able to do a few emails for work stuff, and obviously now I'm making this, and I've hung out with Herc a little bit. He's on the floor right there. And then what I'm about to start doing is reading some more of Eat, Pray, Love, because till the guy comes, there's really nothing that can be done. So I'm going to finish this up a little bit and then post it and send it your way. And, I'm like on a roll with these videos, aren't I? So maybe you should be too. Just kidding, no pressure. So I slept pretty well last night. Slept really well, actually. So that was good. And then, upon waking up this morning, I was able to pull everything together in a moderately decent amount of time. We'll see what happens there. But the reason I'm actually sorry. The reason that I'm actually talking to you this morning is more than the boring stuff I've covered thus far, but rather to give you kind of a teaser. You have asked, I didn't mean to disregard this, you had asked in a previous email about my beautiful moments, what they were. I said there's 4 of them. And it's funny because thinking back, I can only really think of 3. And one of them has happened since then. So your question is now my question. What were those 4 beautiful moments? I know 2 of them for sure. One of them, and both of them are stories that I'm waiting to tell you in person. One of them has to do with the whole Dawson's Creek thing. Definitely. Because that story, I talk about beautiful moments as being kind of this convergence of lots of different elements that just boom, they hit, and you're like, oh my gosh, I see the causality of so many little insignificant, apparently, details. And so the whole Dawson's Creek moment, not even Dawson's Creek, it was a moment in Wilmington that started to weave itself together when I was a boy. So that's a long back. It's not even a long backstory, but the backstory does happen to begin when I'm a boy. So that's definitely one of them, because not only did it kind of shift my professional drive, well, really give me a professional drive, because theretofore I was in business and uninspired, but it also very much engendered my friendship with Adam, capital F. So that's one, and I'll tell you all the details in person. Obviously, it's one of my favorite stories, hands down. The second definite one, and the one that inspired me to write that blog, has to do with the Coldplay song "Fix You," and that is a great story. And like I said, I believe I mentioned, that's like a moment about which I've been wanting to write for years now, and have just never had the words. I still don't have the words. I don't possess them yet. Maybe one day I will. It's really not about a day. It's about a moment. Finding like that moment of creativity where I'm like, I can actually tackle this now. It just hasn't happened. That's definitely 2 of my 4, 5 beautiful moments. Another one, and the story you more or less know, is Finding C3. That was a convergence of many different factors. My goodness. So that one definitely be through, but that was subsequent to writing that blog, so that's not one of the ones that I was talking about. I know another one would probably be, one of the ones I was thinking of when I wrote that was probably my decision to stop playing soccer and go to University of Georgia instead. Pretty sure that one would qualify at the time, but I'm just guessing. And that fourth one, I'd really have to sit down and think about. So I'll have to think about that. Your question has got me pondering myself. What was I talking about? What were those for? Anyway, so there's 4 of them right there. At least 4 guesses. Well, 2 guesses and two definites. And the 2 definites I'll absolutely tell you about when you come here in, what is it, 36 days or something. 36, right? Sorry, I got a little itch. Yeah. So there's all that. And like I said, unfortunately, I'm not really responding to your request, as you probably hoped. You wanted to actually know about one of them. But I want to tell you in person, face to face, about the 2 great ones, because they really are interesting stories. Anyways, that's me right now. I just hanging out. I'm gonna go back to reading. I didn't have a chance to read last night. Once we got off the phone, I was dead, so I went straight to sleep. It was awesome. Hope you got some good rest, and I look forward to meeting you, Laura. Very much so. So let the countdown continue. Alright, you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.